In Lakesh, Wizards of Time, my name is Swami Satyanand. I'm a reader of Dreamspell, The Law of Time. It's a new age esoteric knowledge based on the calendar system of the ancient Mayas that I'm using to read the queens of season 17 of RuPaul's Drag Race. And this video is devoted to the portrait and the cycles of Lydia B. Collins. So what I can say about that queen, when I got her information, when I got the dates and I read her together with all of the season, something felt off. Something felt as if she just doesn't belong here. I had the same feeling with Hershey Liquor Jeté, who would actually go so well on this season, by the way. So it feels like she was thrown into this group in order to just be a mismatch in a way. And that makes sense towards her cycles. But first, let's talk about her. She is a Hierophant with a totem of a deer, which means that she's very relatable. She's really easy to understand, sweet usually, and she has this power of juggling with the images and with the archetypes and putting something that is familiar to you, that is already know, in such a unique combination that it just blows your mind. And that's what I'm expecting for her. What are the difficulties is that she might be able to take a wrong approach to the situation. She has this weak side of her, of following people's expectations, depending of other people's approval. So there is a risk for her to just kind of try to give what is expected from her and to be edited, self-edited too much, so it would not look real. Because sometimes Hierophants, it is hard to tell what they're about, who they are, who you actually are, who is behind that image that you're providing. So this is one of the difficulties that I'm kind of looking at right now. And before we go to the cycles, of course, I have to remind you that there's a website that has a calculator where you can put in your birth date or your friend's birth date and read the same kind of information about yourself if you are curious about that. So coming to the cycles of Lydia B. Collins, why am I thinking that she will have difficulties to have a long run? In the beginning, we will see her for who she is. And that will be already scratching tires about oh, I just want to be liked. I just want to be approved. I just want to give you what I think you want from me. There's a moment of that. But she is at this point of her development. She's also a well-established queen. So also we would be able to see her in the level of excellence that she has. But during the time of her season, she's going to have a birthday. And that birthday is a special kind of transition from 1 4-year cycles of kind of initiating and becoming the artist that she is, in order the next cycle of the hardest work that there is. And these first weeks after the birthday, it's just a lot of information about oh my God, there is nothing that is done. Now I see how much work there is before me, that I should be attempting to do within this 4 years. 4 years, such a long time with such a huge amounts of work. And during this period of time, every person, he just has to remain on his own. Just stay in the state of meditation and just concentrating their energy in order to make this blast for the distance of 4 years into the future. And that's this situation when Lydia is going to be in the pressure cooker of Drag Race. There's a risk for her to get toxic. There's a risk for her, all the negative sides of her personality to get out and to be seen. You know, she is Raja O'Hara. She's also a hierophant, very much like her, and you see the transformation from her first season to the season when she won. You know, she really made this work at herself. And Lydia, after probably a very strong start, you know, she will be in the state when she is really vulnerable to being in a constant surrounding by people wanting something from her. Because she is like, she will be in the state of a strong risk to compromise herself, to start wasting her potential on different things. So she has to be so strong to establish this loyalty to her own ideas, to her own vision, you know. So this is just like throwing the biggest and the hardest challenge for her, that most likely probably will take her years to process and build upon and become an even better drag queen. This is why I'm saying, so this is probably all about her comeback, because the experience that is going to happen during the Drag Race, it will just like show a whole field of work that will be before Lydia, and it will take a lot of time to create this foundation for her. But this is going to be her body of fame that is going to be paying off for decades if she does things well. So I see why it makes sense for her to be thrown into this stressful environment on this stage of her development and her career. But bitch, that is painful. That seems so painful to me. So I'm hoping for Lydia to get along well with other queens. I hope she will get friends with Acacia. Acacia? Is that her name? Yeah, with Acacia. So I hope they have like a chance to bond with Acacia, maybe. That might be nice. But on the other side, it looks like me that she's not from this season. You know, and she was just like, it's intentionally brought into the environment that is not thriving to her, that has a lot of conflict, and I don't think that she would be able to handle it well. Although there is a couple of queens that might benefit from hanging out with her, because she is also might be of good support, and luckily have a few good moments and a few good run, but I think that she's not gonna go very far in the competition. Most probably be eliminated somewhere by the middle after the birthday. So this is my kind of prediction. I hope now you get how to look at her, how to understand this queen better, and if you would like to understand yourself or your friends better, you can send me a message through my website that is in the description below. So thank you for your time, thank you for your attention. I hope you had fun. I surely did. So have a good time and see you later. Bye bye.